wonderful children. Are you ready for review week? Because this week we're going to do a lot of review. We're going to review all the skills that we have been learning in the past few weeks. So we're going to start it off with our grammar review. Goofy is wondering what are our topics for review today. The date is 19th April 2020 and the topics are adverbs when, where and how, pronouns and singular and plural pronouns. What are our learning outcomes or our objectives? Here they are. To review our adverbs of time, place and manner, to review our pronouns and to review singular and plural pronouns. Now let's try and understand or quickly recap what we already know about our adverbs. Look at the word carefully. Adverbs. Literally that's saying add verbs. That means adverbs add more meaning to verbs. And what are verbs? Verbs are our action words. They are the doing words. They are like the superheroes. They're always doing something. Like jumping, feeling, thinking, walking, talking. Remember those words? Yes. And adverbs are the words with modify. They modify these words. They add more meaning to it. Adverbs are words that modify, meaning change, and tell us more about verbs. They tell us when, where, and how an action takes place. So they tell you when an action is happening, where it's happening, or how it's happening. Alright, look at the first set. Adverbs of time, meaning when. When is this action taking place? These adverbs tell us when something happened or when someone did something. And look at the words count. These are all adverbs of time. And there are many more other examples. But a few are right here for you to try and understand. Now, like you could say, I'm watching this video now. Later, I will do my assignments. Yesterday I was playing football. Tomorrow, finally, before, first, next, last, today, then, soon. All these words help you to say something more about verbs. Adverbs of place. These adverbs tell us where something happened. They talk about the place, where. They answer the question, where, relating to the action word, relating to the verb. So, here, there, inside, my sister is studying here. So, here talks about the verb studying. Studying where? Here. There, inside, outside. The children are playing outside. Upstairs. The monkey is jumping upstairs. Downstairs. Somewhere. Everywhere. The stars sparkle everywhere. Nearby, below, above, behind. Now, remember, this is really important for you because last week we learned about prepositions. Now, don't confuse your adverbs with prepositions. Adverbs add more meaning to verbs. Prepositions explain relationship between words and a noun or a pronoun. So do not get both of them mixed up. Prepositions are always followed by a noun or a pronoun. Now this is a good rule of the thumb for you to remember that how to spot a preposition and how to differentiate it from an adverb. So remember that rule, that prepositions are always followed by a noun or a pronoun. And also remember that prepositions talk about the relationship between the words and a noun. But adverbs, on the other hand, they just add more meaning to the verbs. Now look at a few examples so that it becomes really clear to you. She is standing outside. Now where's the verb here? The action word is standing. She is standing. Where is she standing? She's standing outside. So outside is the adverb. Good job. Now let's look at another sentence. It's similar. The first set of words are exactly the same. She is standing outside. But now I say she's standing outside the door. So I have a noun here. And now, what is the function of the word outside? Is it just adding meaning to the verb standing? Or is it trying to relate or glue the noun to the rest of the sentence. She is standing outside the door. So I'm trying to relate the door, the noun door, to the rest of the words in the sentence. So here it's a preposition. Good. Now, did you understand when you saw both these sentences together that one is an adverb? Here he's doing the job of an adverb, but here outside is functioning like a preposition showing relationship. And do you remember the second rule? Prepositions are always followed by a noun. Here you see the preposition is followed by a noun. Now let's look at another example. I think Simon is hiding behind. Now we have our action word here. We have a verb hiding and we have behind. So the word behind is adding more meaning or telling us more about how the action is being done. Hiding where, the place, behind. So here it's a adverb. Excellent. Now look at the last example. I think Simon is hiding behind the big chair. Now we have a noun in the sentence, the big chair. And I'm trying to show the relationship between the big chair and the rest of the words in the sentence. I think Simon is hiding. And what's the glue word? The glue word is behind. So behind is doing the job of a preposition here. Very nice. So remember this and do not forget. Now let's practice what we learned about adverbs that talk about when and where. In this exercise, you're going to circle the adverb in brackets that completes each sentence. So you'll be given a choice and you just have to circle the correct answer. Write when if the adverb tells when, and you write where if the adverb tells where. Remember, when, adverb of time, and where, adverb of place. So the first sentence says, I looked around or spicy. I looked around or I looked spicy. Which is the correct adverb? And whether it's talking about when or is it answering the question where. Write that here in the blank given. And here you simply circle the correct answer. The next one. Tomorrow or downstairs I heard mom singing. So can I say tomorrow I heard mom singing? Remember, tomorrow is future and heard is the past tense of the verb hear. Now think carefully. And then you have downstairs I heard mom singing. So does the adverb hear, whichever you choose, does the adverb here talk about when or where? Write it down right here. Number 3. Breakfast would be ready soon or down. Which is the correct adverb? And does it answer the question when or does it answer the question where? Write it down. Now in the next exercise, write the adverb from the box. You see this box here? You write the adverb from the box that completes each sentence. Number 1. I dash have cereal for breakfast. I dash, what will come here? Today, year or often? Next one. That is what I will have. That is what I will have today, year or often. Number 6. Things dash have not changed. Things today, things here, or things often have not changed. Try and solve this exercise and later on you'll get an opportunity to cross-check all your answers. Now let's learn about adverbs of manner. We've already done this before, so this is just going to be a quick review. Manner implying how. So we're going to be answering the question how the action took place. Adverbs of manner tell us how an action happened, and they usually end in ly. When I say usually, I mean most often, but not always. There are exceptions, but most of them are like quickly, slowly, foolishly, happily, sadly, hungrily. He ate the cake hungrily, lazily. Easily. He easily solved all the math questions. Excitedly. Well. Fast. Noisily. Do you see well and fast? They do not end in ly, but they are also adverbs of manner. He ran fast. Somebody ate their food noisily. Some more examples. The turtle moved slowly. Where is a verb? Moved. How did the turtle move? Slowly. So see, they answer the question how. The wolves howled loudly. How did the wolves howl? They howled loudly. So the adverb answers the question how in relation to the verb. Tara happily jumped. How did she jump? Happily. So the word happily is an adverb that modifies the meaning of the verb jumped. Tara happily jumped around the room. So we're all clear here. We learned about the adverbs of when and where, and we learned our adverbs of manner. Now let's practice and see whether you remember how these adverbs are used. Circle the adverb in each sentence. Jade looked closely at the con. How did Jade look at the con? That's the question. How? And what is the answer? That is our adverb. Next one. She carefully took one piece. How did she take? Remember, ask the question in relation to the action. And where's the action? Took. So how did she take one piece? She knew exactly what to do. Where's the adverb here? Spotted it? Yeah. Let's move on. Choose the adverb in brackets that completes each sentence. Write the word. So you have to choose the correct answer from those given between brackets. Number 4. Jade pressed it gruffly or tightly. How did she press it? Number 5. She dash rolled it. She slowly rolled it or she directly rolled it. Which adverb fits here? Which one do you think is suitable? The tortillas baked darkly or rapidly? Can I say the tortillas baked darkly? Or should I say the tortillas baked rapidly? Rapidly means fast. Alright, once you're done with going through all those practice exercises, I want you to cross-check your answers, and you can put stars and pat yourself and say you did a good job. Now let's move on to our next section. Our next topic for today is pronouns. Pronouns. What do you think pronouns are? You already know them. Yes, you've learned them before, and I'm sure you remember. So, pronouns, we are talking about words which replace nouns. Pronouns are words that take the place of nouns. And what are nouns? Nouns are our naming words, the words that tell you about the names of people, places, things, animals. So, pronouns are the words that take the place of nouns. The words he, she, it, we, you, and they are pronouns. Remember these? Yes, you do. We did it before last week. Do you remember all these pronouns? And you were acing it all along. So let's see. Let's go through these sentences, and I'm sure you'll quickly spot the pronouns. Mr. Henry was a kind man. He was generous. So, yeah, we have a noun, Mr. Henry. Do you remember the abbreviation Mr.? Yes, how you abbreviate words. Yeah, Mr. Henry. Here's our noun, a proper noun, the name of a person. And I want to replace it with a pronoun. I don't want to keep repeating his name over and over again. So I say, Mr. Henry was a kind man, and then I say, he was generous. So I have a pronoun here. He, remember the words he, she, it, we, and you are pronouns? Yeah. So we're using the pronoun he in place of the noun Mr. Henry. So he is replacing Mr. Henry. Number 2. Noora was reading a fairy tale. She enjoyed it. So our pronoun here is she. And which noun is it replacing? It's replacing the noun Noura. It's the name of a girl, so I use the pronoun she. Number 3, my parents take care of me. They really love me. Now, they is replacing which noun? It's replacing the noun my parents. Parents. Is it singular or plural? What is it? I'm talking about one person or two. It's plural, right? Yeah, that's why I use they. They is a pronoun which is replacing the noun parents. Ted and I. Now, look carefully. I'm saying Ted and I include myself, are going fishing this evening. So I use the pronoun we. We will have fun. We is the pronoun that replaces the nouns Ted and I. And because I include myself, I say we and not they. Look at the next sentence. The bird found a juicy worm. Of course, if you're a bird, the worm would be really nice and yummy and juicy for you. So the bird found a juicy worm. It quickly gobbled the tasty meal. It is referring to the noun the bird. And because it's an animal, we use the pronoun it, and we don't use he or she. So these are our pronouns: he, she, they, we, and it. And they do an awesome job at replacing all the nouns. So you got your pronouns right? Let's practice it. Write the pronoun that can take the place of each group of words. Use he, she, it, we, or they, the same set of pronouns that we just spoke about. Now we have to simply look at the noun given and write a suitable pronoun that can take the place of this noun. The first one is Miss Johnson. Do you see Miss again? Do you see? Remember your lesson on abbreviations? Yes, you see Miss with a period after it. And Miss Johnson has to be replaced with a suitable pronoun. What should we use? He, she, it, we, or they? Think about it. Number 2, Karen and I. So we are including ourselves in this group. So Karen and I, which pronoun should I use now? Next, the fire truck. It's a thing. So which pronoun? Next, number 4, Mr. Brown. What should I use here? Should I use he or she? Number 5, the hoses. What pronoun can replace the noun the hoses? Number 6, Dad and I. Again, I am including myself, so think carefully. Next question, circle the pronoun in each sentence that could take the place of the underlined word or words. So you have to circle the pronoun in each sentence. There will be a noun and a pronoun in each sentence, and you have to circle the pronoun that could take place of the underlined word or words. Number 7, Dan said he will build buildings. Dan said he will build buildings. Did you spot the pronoun which can replace Dan? Number 8, Rudy and I. Rudy and I know we will work with animals. Find the pronoun that can replace the underlined words. Lily hopes she can be mayor. Lily hopes she can be mayor. Number 10, Anita and Rashid say they will be firefighters. Anita and Rashid, 2 people, say they will be firefighters. So where's the pronoun? Now let's move on to our final segment about singular and plural pronouns. We just discussed about pronouns. Remember the words that replace nouns. Now we are classifying them in singular and two and plural. What is singular? Singular meaning one and plural meaning more than one. So singular pronouns take the place of only one noun, like he, she, and it. And plural pronouns take the place of more than one noun, like we and they. And what's the difference between we and they? When I use we, I include myself in that group, and when I use they, I am not included in that set of plural pronouns. Look at the example. Cinderella. Yes, this beautiful girl, Cinderella, she's all set to go to the ball. Cinderella lost her glass slipper. She was very sad. Now she is replacing what? She is replacing, it's a pronoun that names one person. And who's that one person? It is Cinderella. So you see, she is a singular pronoun replacing a singular noun. Next sentence. Cinderella and her stepsisters wanted to go to the ball. They were excited to see the prince. So the pronoun they, it's a pronoun that names more than one person. And who's that? Cinderella and her stepsisters. So we have a plural noun, Cinderella and her stepsisters. More than one person. And we use the pronoun they to replace it. Why didn't I use we? Because I'm not included in that group of nouns. So I use they, the pronoun that replaces the plural noun. Is that clear? I hope it is. Let's move on. Now let's see if we can put all those skills to test and see how we're going to solve this. Circle the pronoun in brackets that can take the place of the underlined words. Again, we need to select from the pronouns given inside brackets, and we have to see which one can replace the underlined words. Number 1 says the town hall is a big building. Is it singular or plural? The town hall is one building. So which pronoun can I use, it or we? Next one, people from the community talk about events in our town. People from the community, that is a singular noun or a plural noun. So which pronoun can I use, she or they? People. Okay, next, Dale and I'm including myself, Dale and I held up a petition. We or they, which pronoun can replace Dale and I? The next question is, write the pronoun that can take the place of the underlined words. Use he, she, it, we, or they. Again, we just need to find which pronoun will replace the underlined noun or nouns. Mary and Pete, two people, went to the park. Dash played on the swings. Now we cannot repeat Mary and Pete. We have to use a pronoun instead. So which pronoun can I use here? The petition was ready. Dash will need to be signed. Now they're talking about a thing, the petition. So which pronoun can replace it? Is it singular or plural? Mr. Henry complained about the noise. Dash signed the petition. Mr. Henry, singular or plural noun? Now which pronoun can replace it? Think carefully. Cross-check your answers once you finish with both exercises. What are the activities that you have to do for this review lesson? 1. I want you to complete the grammar assignment posted on Classera. There is a grammar review assignment on Classera. It's going to review the same skills, the same topics, adverbs, pronouns, singular and plural pronouns. So go ahead and see how good you are. I'm sure all of you are going to do an amazing job. And then I want you to watch the assigned videos just to make the concept more clear to you. Click on the links below to watch the videos. There's a link here about adverbs and another about pronouns. Thank you so much for watching the video. If you have any questions, you just send me a message on Classera, and we're always there to help you. Have a good day, children.